Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rapture. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Welcome to episode 7. We're going to pick up right where we left off on the dance floor with the Herald of Time closing in on Lily and Fringe. And the Herald of Time looks to you, Fringe, and says, Fringe, what's with the hostility? It's time to come home, kid.
Home. I have no home with you.
You really did forget, didn't you?
They frown.
Would you like to remember?
They kind of glance a little over their shoulder at Lily. They clearly want their memories back.
Is it okay if I speak?
And they nod and kind of move a little to the side.
May I be blunt with you?
Sure.
If you wish to be on friendly terms, I recommend speaking not in metaphors, not vaguely.
Oh, there's nothing vague about it. Fringe here
Detail what would be remembered then.
Oh, everything.
Everything is vague.
Well, clearly.
I made a request of you.
You've got a spicy one here, Fringe. I will give Fringe every memory they've lost. Which seems to be quite a bit.
And in your nature to manipulate memories and time.
Oh, no, that time is me. Memories is her.
Right. In what way could we possibly trust you when you've been trapped us? It's not the best way
Well, you're not necessarily the one that I need to trust me. We have work to do, and so we need our fourth.
What?
What, you think you just happened to open the doors for us? And just happenstance that the correct doors that opened were ours, Fringe? You're one of us.
No. No, I could not be.
You've always been. You've just forgotten.
And that's perfectly fine. Titles and destinies hold no weight.
They hold all of the weight. Because don't you want to remember who you are, Fringe?
Fringe turns to Lily. Lily, do you remember what I told you?
Yes.
I do not want to be a fragment anymore. And they turn to the Herald. Show me.
As you wish. And he will step in towards you. Lily, do you have any reaction before I move forward?
She'll just put a hand on Fringe's shoulder.
Okay. We're going to cut outside. We're going to cut to the maze. To Eva and Ursel. You two have been wandering this maze. Once again, you reset back to where you were. You're in his arms.
Mm-hmm.
And he sets you down straight away. Is there
Right.
something we're missing?
I don't know. I feel like there is. If time is a thing that is, resetting, it just does this feel real to you? Any of this?
I mean, It seems
Too good to be true.
Yes. As much as I want it to be true.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Do you think there's either something at the fountain that might give us an answer, or do you think that is just us being mice hurrying towards the cheese?
I think we're the mice. But now that we're not, I guess, going along with it, that might... Maybe if we go, even though we're not going along with the vision, but we go to where we could get to before it resets, might be something, maybe?
Well,
I don't. You know, I don't do time.
Right. Okay, we have two options. We've already tried one. We cannot get lost because it'll just make us even more lost. We go to the fountain is one option. We try to get out of the labyrinth is the other option.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let's go towards the middle. Yeah. Fountain. See if there's anything there. If it is not, we shall try to find a way out. If that is not even just another sick trap set by whoever's playing with our minds right now.
So you begin to go through the maze and you round the corner, and there is no fountain. There is this massive wasteland. With these shattered mountains, there are smoking hulks of ships. There are bodies littered everywhere. And you see in the center of all of those bodies, falling to his knees, holding his gut, is Ulrisil.
Is he next to me still? Or is it...
And he's just holding his gut.
No.
And begins to fall back onto his butt.
No. And she just starts going towards it. She tries to stumble through, I guess, bodies and tries not to I feel like she would trip as well as she just tries to crawl up and just, fix her dress as she keeps running.
And you make it to him. The bottom of your dress gets soaked in blood as you make your way over, towards him. And he's just looking around confused, and he goes, "Weren't we just in the maze?"
No, look at me. Do not look down. It's going to be fine. We'll just wait for the time to reset again. This is just some sick joke. All right? Just some sick joke.
I didn't know I could die. And you begin to see kind of these inky green veins kind of beginning to spread up basically his neck up to his face.
You won't. You don't. Because I'll find you again, remember? I'll find you again. Yeah. I'll be right here waiting.
Okay.
Okay.
And he just begins to kind of lay back.
No. She just has him in her arms as she's just surrounded by bodies and smoke. She just looks around it's very funny. Whatever you're trying to do.
Don't you prefer the alternative? As his voice kind of rings out over this battlefield.
I prefer the truth.
The truth? The truth is that you could have him. You and him. For eternity. Like it's supposed to be. Not the shadow that Crona brought back.
But that would not be real. I'd rather have a fragment of him than some imagination that you sickly conjured for your own fucked up amusement.
Oh, it's not amusement.
Really?
Oh no, I don't enjoy doing this to you, but you forced our hand after you killed Veritas.
Well, I didn't kill him, technically.
No, but you were included.
So this is just some sort of revenge to make yourself feel good?
Oh, no. We have an asset to secure.
An asset? Mm-hmm. Right. Who?
Why don't you watch him die a few more times?
I don't think so.
And you're back at the beginning of that battlefield as you turned out the maze, and you see him once again falling to his knees, holding his gut.
What do you want me to do? Run to him every single time?
If you don't want him to die alone like he did.
Oh, this is... You're enjoying this, aren't you? You say you don't, but you are. And I'm not going to give in to it just because it'll amuse you.
And he's now reaching towards you.
Don't do this to me. She just closes her eyes. This is not real. It's not. It's not real. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not real.
And we're going to cut to the bedroom, where the two of you are standing, and the door to the stairwell closes. And then it reopens, and we see Malavar leading an Amaris by the hand.
Crona stands and watches, unblinking.
Stop.
You don't want to see what happens next? I will. You don't know, but... Well, you know, but Crona doesn't.
So brave at a distance, playing with our minds. Yet you won't show your face.
You're the one to tell me that playing with people isn't brave. Oh dear. We are one and the same in that fact. You're just pretending to be something else.
On one side of her face, those dark tendrils that were moving up curl upward, leading into one of her eyes as it goes completely black. This ruination spreading up, claiming half of her face. Are the mirrors still in one piece in here?
Yes, presently, yeah.
As this is happening, she is going to shatter any reflection of herself or what is happening with Malavar.
What's Crona doing?
Is it like just in the mirrors or like fully in the room?
They're in the room. They're like getting drinks now and flirting and talking.
Crona is still frozen, just taking it in.
And the Amaris, the vision Amaris, turns and looks and smiles at you before turning back to Malavar. All you have to do is walk back up the stairs, Crona. And you get to be with your wife.
No.
All right. And we're going to cut back to the dance floor. As the Herald of Time approaches Fringe, and he extends his hand, and he kind of just draws a finger in a circle, and he draws this circle, and you see like it almost like blue see-through clock appears. And he goes, time to wind back the clock on you, Fringe. And he just begins to basically trace a finger. And you immediately feel this rush of information as you remember helping Nethira. You remember meeting Mals. You remember meeting these people in the in-between, and then it goes farther back. You remember all of the time being stuck and going clearly mad in the in-between. You remember the hundreds and hundreds of years being stuck. You remember helping, with Eva, opening the doors for the lost to come through. You remember doing your duty. You remember it was back and back and back and back and back. Years and years and years flood back to you until you get to this singular memory of a pure white space, a throne made of stars, a woman sitting in it, standing next to 3 other figures, as she speaks softly to you, and she says, I pray that the time will never come where the 4 of you are asked to fulfill this job. But when it does, you, and she points to what you know as the Herald of Time, Lyrian, shall be my Herald of Time. Veritas, the Herald of the People. Selena, the Herald of Memories, Dreams. And Fringe, my Herald of Space. You will open the doors for us, so our work can begin. And all will be as it should be. And you suck back into the ballroom. As Lyrian pulls his hand away. You see now, kid? You have a job to do.
Fringe initially was floating, as they tend to do. As soon as the clock started ticking back, they hit the floor with a thump. And over time, as years of maddening nothingness hits them all at once, they collapse in a heap on the floor.
She catches them.
They are gripping at anything they can get a hold of just to kind of steady themselves, so they're like clawing into the floor, breathing heavily. Sort of remove the mask, and it's just 6 wide eyes staring at nothing. I agreed to it at the time. Now, I never thought that it would happen. It now?
Yes. The rest of the multiverse is at threat because of Novum.
Why?
Because it is a stain, it is a crack. It is out of balance. The tapestry is off balance.
Yet it is still one of mine to manage.
You know how it goes. She made a call, and we answer.
She knew I was in there.
And now you're out. And it's time to open the door.
So you only want him when he's useful? Fuck you!
Or you can stay here and die with your girlfriend.
Oh, did I kill yours?
No.
Good. Kill a friend?
Co-worker at best.
Ah, I wouldn't want the same to happen to you, so I just wanted to set some boundaries. Because it was so easy.
Fringe is going to push themselves up from the floor. They're a little wobbly on their feet.
Mhm.
My stay in the in-between was overextended. Yours will be permanent.
Are you choosing to decline fulfilling your duty?
What divine creature leaves me in that hellscape for how many years? Abandons me and then expects me to do this duty. How dare she? How dare you come back here and demand it of me?
Your singular existence is not worth the trillions that will be lost if this is not rectified. Mine is not, hers is not. None of it is equal in the grand scale of the multiverse, Fringe. I'm sorry you got stuck. I really am.
You're fucking not.
Sure. But if you're okay with costing the rest of the multiverse for her, all right.
I'd let worlds burn before you lay a hand on her.
All right, Fringe. But remember, and he leans in close, when the world dies screaming, and world after world dies screaming, I hope she keeps you warm. And he just turns on a heel.
Enjoy
Leaving-
the rest of your pathetic existence. It won't be long.
And he stops.
But you're good at keeping time, aren't you?
And you see him just turn on a heel. And he just kind of takes his hand like this and just brings it down ever so slightly. Just kind of draws a line. Enjoy the time you have left.
TikTok, sweetheart.
And Fringe, you know what he just did.
Now,
Mhm.
How many people are in this room?
So as basically this conversation has been happening, it's just the three of you in this
Okay.
ball.
So it's emptied.
Yeah, it's like the others were illusions. Save from Eva and Rollercell. But they are not in this room.
Do I feel like I have power here?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna message you what you can do. Okay? And I'm gonna let you choose whether you want to or not.
Okay.
My bitch ass mouth got me in trouble. But
Yeah.
she got it,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Um
Mad.
yeah.
Okay. Hmm. So the explanation of that is defy the limits of supernatural power.
Yeah.
By that power, that's closer to
Because here's
Not
my thought.
necessarily.
Here's my thought.
okay.
Because Fringe can portal from place to place to place to place to place, right? This technically isn't a place, but it is a space. It is not a physical one. It is a one that is made up collectively between all of your minds. So to grant yourself control over this space, that is what you have to do. To attempt to get you all out.
I'm going to try and do that.
Roll for it, my friend.
Okey-dokey. Oh, it's a 10.
It's a 10.
That's good. That's good.
How do you get you and your friends out?
They are going to close 4 eyes. So the top set and the bottom set. An eye for each person. They are focusing where they can feel them in this space. Like separated from each other or being tormented in whatever aspect. And they're going to send a shepherd to each person. And attempt to effectively use the shepherd to pull them out of this plane and back to where we had come from.
So we're going to play these scenes out. So, Eva, you've got your eyes closed. Ulrisil again and again. Oh, yep,
So
go ahead.
I think she's going to, I've been thinking that she's going to start having her eyes closed. And how many times does she relive this?
I think at this point you've probably relived it at least a dozen.
So I think the first 6 times she has her eyes closed. And then she can't anymore. And she finds herself just like slowly walking towards him. But I feel like she's just about to get to him and then it restarts again.
Yep.
And then she starts walking and then it restarts. And I think she just gets to him and just doesn't say anything, and she just holds his face. And I think that is when, like, what kind of shepherd is it that projects or happens, Topes?
So, unlike Fringe's shepherd you've seen prior, as this one appears in front of you, they are this winged being with sort of long grey pants on that kind of connect to the waist. One shoulder is heavily armored with this plate and a sort of a yellow gold shoulder cape over one arm, furs across the other shoulder. Their usual mask that just generally covers their face is now horned and tipped in gold. And they sort of just appear before you.
I have a question just for what I'm seeing as well to you, Alec.
Mhm.
But every time that she's gone back, has her clothes become cleaner, or has
Dirtier.
it just been dirtier? So
It's just been bloodier and muddier and...
So she's literally covered in blood. Her hair, the white rose, everything's just muddy and blooded, and her fingers and hands are just... There is almost nothing on her that is clean anymore. Does he remember, or does his brain also...
He remembers dying every single time.
But does he remember her coming to her, or does that, like...
Like, remember you trying to get to him?
Yes.
Yes.
Or does... But he remembers that, okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. Okay,
And
so she just is, like, there. And so I'm guessing she just got to him, she's just holding his face, and she's just saying, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so
It's
sorry.
okay.
And she feels that, I guess, the shepherd behind her. And she just looks up, and there's just tears in her eyes. And she just looks at the shepherd and just says, please.
It's time to go.
And she just closes her eyes. It's just like tears are streaming, as that's the only thing that's kind of clean on her face as she follows the shepherd out.
Okay.
Is Ulrisil also with her? She grabs, or does he not come with her?
It's Mortarian that's with you
Yeah.
as you walk.
Mm-hmm.
And we cut to the bedroom.
Amaris has broken all these glasses and furniture. Can she pick up a shard?
Sure.
Where are Malavar and the other Amaris?
They are out on the balcony right now, and then beginning to make their way into the bedroom.
Amaris holds this glass shard until her hand's blood begins to drip loudly. And I think she looks at Crona, even if Crona is not looking at this version of her. I wish I could go back to that day. The groves. The trees. I wish I could save you from myself. You deserve better than me. And now you see how ruined I truly am. And she's going to attempt to stab this fake Amaris. God, I can't even. Oh my god, words are hard. She's gonna try to stab this other version of her.
So you stab at it, and it just kind of like glitches, and they return to the balcony, and it starts all over again.
She starts sobbing heavy and just keeps going at it.
Crona, what are you doing before the shepherd arrives?
I'm gonna wait until the shepherd arrives.
Okay. And they would.
Crona
they arrive next to Crona and just stand with Crona.
just looks at Fringe shard. Crona is going to walk up to Amaris and grab the hand with the shard. And just kind of squeeze her hand until she lets go of it.
Clatters to the ground.
Crona just, for the first time in a while, you see emotion in Crona's 3 eyes.
No, my god.
I do deserve better. So be better. And they're gonna walk to the shepherd without holding Amaris' hand.
Amaris closes her eyes for a couple seconds. Opens them, and without looking back at the other version, she'll follow.
Okay. And then it just leaves the ballroom with the two of you in the ballroom. You sense, Fringe, all of your shepherds have reached their intended targets.
And the other 2 open eyes are still pinpointed on Lyrian, was it?
Yeah, it's get the correct pronunciation here. It is Lyrian, yeah.
Just staring into Lyrian, boring holes in his skull. Whilst they are semi-focused on pinpointing the rest.
And he just takes a seat, kind of raises his glass of whiskey to the two of you, crosses his leg, takes a sip. See you soon, kid.
I will turn to Lily. And Lily feels another pair of hands on her shoulders from behind, and a shepherd is behind her. I have unfinished business.
If you think I'm leaving without you, you're so unbelievably wrong.
Wow. And they Kiss her on the forehead. Trust me, I'm not a fool. This will not take long.
I can behave and stay in the back.
It's for your safety.
But I can't guarantee yours if I'm not here.
I kind of look at their shepherd, and there's a silent kind of communication between the two.
Shit.
And the shepherd will take you by the hand and just move you a few steps back. You don't leave, but there is a quick exit. And Fringe would like to power through darkness and effectively open a black hole in this emptiness and just drag the whole memory into it, including the Herald.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, please, please.
And I just, before you roll, have you had the other heralds move the rest of your friends out?
As
Or
it happens, same pinpoint moment.
And is Lily being moved out as well, or are you keeping her with you?
Effectively, all of us are going out at the same time. So I'm going to open it and then immediately leave. Because I don't plan to stand in the middle of it either.
Okay. Just get bud.
11.
Do we have a bond, and could that be a -1?
Yes, we do.
So it's a 10.
Do that. It's a 10. There you go. Because you don't want to go too hard for something like this.
Okay. So you summon this black hole, shattering this dream, and the 5 of you, 6 including Mortarian, all kind of gasp, wake up on the floor of the cottage. You all see this kind of like, almost like a collar and leash of this purple thread kind of drawing off of your throats and basically kind of going out the door as these ropes are withdrawn. And you all wake up on the floor of the cottage.
I think Fringe kind of immediately curls up on the floor like a spider. Just as if like every muscle has tensed all at the same time, and they've just coiled into a ball.
Immediately crouched next to them. Is it okay if I touch you right now, or do you not want me to?
Don't.
Don't? Okay. I'll just sit here. Do you want me here or gone? Okay, just gonna sit here. You did good.
Is everyone okay?
So?
Is everyone okay?
I think so. I think so. Is everyone okay?
Mm-hmm.
Amaris,
So we're all just processing, trying to figure out.
And you see Mortarian stands, but his stance is different.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "What the fuck was that?" And the voice is different. What the how the fuck was that?
The Herald of Memory. You're fine.
Those weren't my fucking memories. This is bullshit that I had to go through that.
Well, then that was Fringe saving your life.
You let me die 12 times. And he points a finger at Eva. You fucking let me die 12 fucking times.
And you would actually be dead if Fringe had not saved your life. Be grateful, why don't you?
No, I'm not grateful. I'm mad. Just like old Pops here made me. And I'm gonna go find those fucks. And I'm gonna deal with it. As Mortarian turns on a heel and walks towards the door.
I didn't mean to.
Can you reveal your heart for me, Hulda?
3 plus 4.
3 plus
Whatever
4
that
is
is.
7.
7.
So you see he turns back for a moment, and you see the eyes flicker to green and are kind of welled a bit with tears, but then they flicker back to red as he opens the door and leaves.
She kind of like gets up and she kind of stumbles. Like, excuse me for a second. And she just slowly walks out. There is kind of, for those, because they wouldn't be there before the flavor of it all. It's almost when she's walking, in her head, she's still walking through those bodies. And that blood and that mud, so her feet feel heavier as she's walking, and she's kind of dragging herself through it. She can't get it off, and she just feels like she's still dirty, and she's just kind of like trying to get the blood off, and she just goes out and just needs fresh air. As she tries to look for
as well.
Yeah, she tries to look for Mortarian as she does that.
So I'll get to what happens outside in a second.
No problem.
I'm just going to see what else everybody is doing inside. Amaris and Crona, what are you doing?
Crona is going to get up and dust themselves off. I need a moment, and I would appreciate privacy. Fringe, you and Hulda are welcome, and that is it. And they are going to step back into their tower. Oh, sorry, not Hulda.
Hulda? Who's that?
Sorry. You and Eva are the only ones welcome, and that is it. And they step back into the tower.
Okay. Amaris?
Does anybody need any tea? I don't know what else to do, but Eva always has been doing this when things feel like too much. I don't even know if I can make good tea.
Your tea was lovely last time, if that helps.
Okay. Yeah.
Amaris. Lily would kind of tuck a strand of hair behind her ear that has been hiding the fact that her tattoos now extend up all the way into her eye. You look pretty.
Tears well in her eyes as there's this rare, like, I don't know, like she's not saying anything, but kind of like, oh my god, you know, like it's like a thank you look. And she's going to step away slowly. So I'm gonna try to make some tea. I don't know. I don't even think she knows how to boil water. Like,
Okay. So you're gonna go make tea.
try.
Lily and Fringe, what are you doing?
Fringe pushes himself up. They strain a little. And it's almost as if like a visage of them melts away as like the the image of their shepherd now becomes what they wear. And these sort of feathered wings are splayed out across the floor as they kind of tuck their knees underneath themselves and look over at Lily. Are you all right?
Never better.
I don't believe that.
I'm worried. I'm overjoyed. I'm a lot of things. But I'm here with you, and that means I'm good.
He's taken a lot from you.
I know.
You watch their mouth kind of curl in a frown, as if they want to speak their mind, but
You can.
as much as I would enjoy seeing him dead, it's not going to fix what he's taken.
That's okay.
It's not.
In a few hours with you, I've lived more life than I have in thousands of years. However much time I have left, it'll be more than I deserve, and more than I could ask for.
They will take both of your hands, and they are exceptionally cold. They're like freezing to the touch. And they'll bring both your hands up to their lips. But you said forever and a day. And this won't be either of those things.
It'll be everything I can give.
I can ask no more of you.
You already have it.
And they're going to push themselves up and stand up. They give their wings a bit of a cursory flap. They haven't extended them in a while. Before leaning down and kind of tilting their head a little bit and giving Lily a kiss. We best
Her
make
knees give
these days count.
Her knees just give out. Just...
I will catch her. You've done this for me many times. I suppose I should return the favor.
I've never done this though, so sorry. Never.
It's the first time for everything.
First time for everything. You are just inevitable, aren't you?
In some aspects.
More than you know.
It seems that even in their cognizance now, they don't quite understand Lily's words. But they'll take them anyway.
You'll get it. I promise. It'll make a lot more sense soon when I have my wits about me and I can think clearly. Let's go to the kitchen. I'm going to make you a muffin now that you know how to eat it. And you need to tell me if it's actually good or not.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna cut
As you
outside.
Oh, wait, can
go
I
ahead.
do something really
Yes,
quick?
please,
As
please,
you
please,
do
please.
that, you just hear a oh shit, and like a boiling, like the water like is boiling over in a teapot. As you're like, we're gonna go to the kitchen, and you see like it's
Amaris struggling.
It's a mess.
you just see Amara struggling. That's it. That's all I'd like to add.
We're gonna cut outside. Eva, as you push out the door, kind of stumbling, gasping for breath, you see Mortarian like throw a hand as you see this wave of darkness not head towards you but away from you, as he like basically ashes half this forest in front of him, as he's destroying everything in front of him, and just overcome with rage, as he's just trying to just rend the earth in front of him.
She picks up the pace as she's like trying to catch her breath, and she stands in front of him and says, "Stop! Stop it! Please!"
He's still like holding one of his hands in front of him, and he turns to look at you and goes, "You should go back in the house."
No. And she goes and stands in front of him, between him and the trees. If you're going to put your anger out on something, don't you dare do it on everything else that has nothing to do with what your anger is actually about. If you're going to disintegrate someone, if you're actually angry at me, do it at me right now, coward!
No, because he loves you.
And? Of course, I guess I'm made out of his soul. I am made out of whatever he is.
Doesn't lessen it.
What? Is he angry at me? What could I have done? I wasn't
No.
even there.
I am.
Me.
Because that's what Crona made me to be.
Angry. Is that all you are? Anger and destruction?
Unfortunately.
No, you're not. You can't be.
I want to be more. He wants to be more. But I know no other way. And all I want to do now is find that fucker.
Right. Okay. Then concentrate your energy on that. Can I talk to him? Please?
He has this kind of like dejected look as he looks down. It's dark in there.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean it's dark?
Whatever they did to us. Crona. It's not perfect. And it's unstable.
It's fine.
But unfortunately, I share some of the same memories as him.
Makes sense. Kind of the same body, same brain.
But okay. You see the eyes kind of flicker, and they change to green, and he hugs you straight away.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
She just holds and clamors to him like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know what to do.
It's okay. It is okay. I am here. It wasn't real. It wasn't real.
But it was, wasn't it? Some of it. It's a memory. Did you die alone? On a back?
I did. But I do it 1,000 times.
No, don't.
Because it helped those kids. It helped them stop that asshole.
So.
But I am sorry I left you.
mean to. You didn't mean to. You didn't just leave. You were taken from me. That's different. And then I found you again. It's okay if I can get a fraction of what you are, then I'm happy. Okay? You're still there.
Yes.
You're still here. Okay? Yes.
Yes. And I'm not going anywhere.
I know. I'm not going to let you. And she just holds that and she's just crying and she can't stop.
He just keeps you and holds you for as long as you need.
I think you need to plant some trees. It's not very pretty seeing the forest ruined like that.
No. But if we want to see it pretty again, we have work we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Do you, love me?
And
But,
you
like,
see if
in
death
what-
could blush.
In what way? Because, like, there's a lot of definitions of love, and, it could be a familiar sibling, it could be because I'm literally created out of your soul, self-love, platonic, the other one that starts with an R.
In my millennia of work, I've always been one of the strongest of us. But there was one thing I could never overpower. The one thing that would endure after me. And that was love. And even after I was gone, I didn't tell you before, unfortunately, but I have loved you since the day I met you. And it's not acquaintance, it's not coworkers, it's if I could stay in that maze with you for the rest of time, I would be happy.
Is this real?
And he kind of pinches his own face.
No, I saw you die in front of me. She kind of goes back. I don't know if this is real or not.
This is real.
Prove it. Because
He pulls you
There
in
is a
for a
part of-
kiss. And then pulls back and just holds your foreheads together.
I felt real. I felt very real.
I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going anywhere.
I'm so glad I found you again.
Me too.
Oh gosh, I can hear Amaris in the background. I think she's running to my kitchen.
Go.
No, not without you.
I think I need to talk to him for a minute. I think he and I have some things we need to sort out if we're going to make this work.
Okay.
I promise. You could see me from the window. I won't go anywhere.
She goes and tiptoes and kisses him. Just so we're even. And she goes back and she starts like brushing her like tears away and but there's still that part of her that just at the back of her head just nagging like I do not know what is real anymore, as she is still just she doesn't catch herself do this, as it's kind of subconscious. She's just trying to get what is in her head, mud and blood that's still on her, and she just cannot feel clean.
Okay. Crona, what are you doing in your tower?
Crona is in their workshop and they are fumbling to find any writing utensil, just kind of using the table for support, shaking. And they'll grab a pen and make their way to a room they haven't used in a while. They are going to open the door and go in and look at the kind of makeshift greenhouse for these roses that they keep in this back room. And they, like shaking, let themselves sit on the ground and just try to calm down, taking in the scent of the roses around them and just kind of fumbling to find the right page in their journal, just tears running down. And they pause for a moment and realize it's not their journal. And just for a minute hold still and then begin flipping through the journal. Just reading, having a good time, crying in the corner of their tower. And they kind of like feel this really strange familiarity with the journal, and as they progress through, their breathing starts to get shakier and they're like hyperventilating, breaking down in this room, just feeling empty and alone.
There's a rap at the door.
Go away.
You look like you need a job. And there's an opening.
Who is it in front of me when I look up?
Do you turn around?
Yeah.
So before you, it almost hurts to look at her. As you see a woman who her appearance always seems to shift and change. And it lands on this woman with this long blonde hair, silver armor that seems to shimmer like it's made of stars, sharp features, eyes that seem to contain universes, two grand golden wings made of metal from her back as she leans on the door. And she goes, I am Aurelia. And you, Crona, you have always wanted progress. You've wanted things to move forward. That's what you were made for. And I think you could help me. Imagine seeing the progression of the multiverse. Not just one planet, but all of them. Every reality. Would that be something you want?
You see for a moment, Crona takes a deep breath and steels themselves. I think you misunderstand my stance on what progress is. if it takes a bunch of heralds and a Justicar to intervene, that is not progress. They are meant to die. I celebrate the progress that happens naturally from the mortals.
Oh. You have been poisoned. Too much time amongst the mortals. As it doesn't take the 5 of us just to have progress. It takes the 5 of us to make sure it's done correctly. Because you see, for the rest of the multiverse to move forward, Novum must cease. And so we must wipe it from the tapestry of existence. And this is not a easy process. It must be done with precision, with elegance, so that the rest of existence may move forward. For if Novum is allowed to continue to toil and exist and stain my tapestry, it shall poison the batch. And then there will be no more progress. The rest of it will begin to fracture and break. And then we are all lost. I thought your friend Fringe understood. But since they no longer want to fulfill their duties, I'm offering the job to you.
I have spent millennia among mortals. I am not poisoned by mortals. I understand that my power comes from them. I was created from mortal love of progress. I was created from their ingenuity. So to turn my back on them is to turn my back on myself. And at this point, myself is the only thing I have left. So be it. If a couple people, a few thousand lives are poisoned and can't survive, so what? If they were meant to evolve and survive, they would.
Do you think you'll evolve?
I don't care if I do.
Do you think she will? You still love her.
There's not a day where I won't.
When she dies, along with the rest of them, I want you to remember I gave you a chance.
You can try, but I would rather die than watch my wife die. And for the record, your tapestry will look like shit compared to her. Now get the fuck out of my tower.
And she just kind of nods and then comes in close. And she goes, I'm going to make sure that you watch her die. And then backs away. And as she backs away, kind of shattering into stars, leaving this kind of almost like a fog of stars temporarily in your tower as it vanishes.
Crona is going to take a deep breath and push things down and just come back to Eva's cottage.
Okay. You are all met inside of the cottage. In the kitchen, as Amaris struggles to make tea. I'm assuming, Eva, you would assist upon entering, seeing the mess in your kitchen.
You're doing really well, Amaris. Let me just guide you through this, all right?
Yeah. I just tried to mimic what I've seen you do a couple times,
Yeah,
but I didn't
and
realize that
you did so well.
crank it like all the way up that it boils really fast, and then pressure, and then it like ow.
Yeah. Have you put some cold water in your hand?
Does that help?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's stupid. Of course it helps. It's cold.
No, don't worry. Just put some cold water on the tap. Let me take care of this. And she kind of looks at Lily and Fringe. Do you need anything for your muffin?
Oh, I was just gonna make French just lemon poppy seed sound good? Did you want?
I'm impartial.
You can find anything you want. Just think about it and it'll appear in the cupboard.
Thank you.
She's just looking and she's trying really hard to just center herself as she's just looking at everyone else and just taking care of everything else. She just starts cleaning and putting things away.
Eva, do you have a favorite muffin? I can make that.
Whatever you make is going to be divine.
But do you have a favorite?
I do not.
Okay, I'll try to fix that then.
Amaris will step close to Eva. We should go get cleaned up. Do you want me to help you?
She's gonna stiffen at that. Because she doesn't actually have blood and stuff on her, does she?
No.
Oh.
It was all in the drink.
But
wait.
Do keep
Then
that. Do keep that. No. Please do.
No, I feel dumb.
No. I mean, they could have because they've been, No, it's a good line. It's a good line, babe. Eva just stiffens and just looks down at her hands. Do I have something on me?
We should maybe... Do you want to go take a breather with me?
She looks out the window. Is he still there?
He's there. He looks like he's just kind of standing, staring at the destroyed forest.
Let's go. She points the opposite direction. Let's go that way. Leave the two lovebirds alone. She whispers that so they don't hear that.
And I think that's probably when Crona steps back through the tower and arrives.
Crona, we have tea and they're making muffins.
Okay, do I help?
You can make yourself comfortable.
Hulda, I'm sorry. And Crona avoids eye contact.
With Amaris? Or with who?
Eva.
Eva. What are you sorry for?
For hurting you and for hurting him.
Thank you. That must have taken a lot of courage to say. So thank you. But I do not think you regret what you've done, and I don't want you to. As much as I do not approve of what you did, it did bring some of him back.
I don't regret it, but I regret how it made you feel. So, and they're gonna shove a piece of paper in your hand. And it is a list of components, and they are gonna walk inside. I will message you the components.
Absolutely. Interesting. She just stares at whatever those components might be, to be continued, as she puts it in her pocket and says, thank you. Amaris and I are just going to go outside for a second unless you... She looks at Amaris like if she wanted personal time with Crona or not.
Fringe.
Can I sense anything of the Justicar on Crona?
So you don't sense the Justicar, but you sense what Eva and Amaris see as they walk out of the cottage.
What?
As Amaris and Eva walk out of the cottage, you would both hear Mortarian go, "You!" as the rage returns to his voice, as there are two figures standing in front of him. Which, Fringe, you sense these two figures arriving. As we see the Herald of Time, and we see someone we haven't seen but heard and felt. We see a woman clad in gray and black scarves and gray armor, with this almost sickly green-gray skin, pure black eyes, two pointed ears, standing next to him with shadow rolling off of her. As this, you would assume, would be the Herald of Dreams, standing next to him. And Fringe, you sense those two arriving.
Head snaps to the door. They're immediately moving to get outside, so they're not caught unawares.
Crona and Lily, you would see Fringe just zip out the door.
Backing them up.
Crona's gonna stop off Lily for a second.
What?
They pull out a journal. I think this belongs to you.
It's awkward. Wow, that's unfortunate. Did you read it by chance?
Your secret is safe with me.
Okay. I journal a bit chronically, so
I feel like it's only fair if you read mine. I didn't realize whose it was.
Oh, it's okay. Your poetry's lovely.
Crona just paused. I think we should go help Fringe.
Please.
And Rona's gonna turn and go.
Do we see this?
Yeah, so the two of you, basically this kind of all happens all in one fell swoop. As the two of you step outside, Fringe close behind, and then Crona and Lily, as you see Mortarian facing off essentially against these two heralds in front of him.
Eva takes Amaris' hand as she runs, but she doesn't let go of her hand.
Yep, and Amaris's other hand, her ruined hand, her spectral rose quartz, just girly things, sheer scissors will form.
Mm-hmm. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I mean, I guess, running.
Yeah, I guess we're
Okay.
running.
The rest of you running?
We're running!
Yeah, we're running!
Yeah,
We're going
I
to
mean,
the
like,
scene of the
great
crowd.
sword.
Yep.
Just run it.
Fringe.
I would like to move everyone to somewhere else other than Eva's house.
So as you go to do something, you hear Larion go, "Sorry, kiddo. Can't have you help." As we hear the toll of a clock. As he didn't take time from Lily, he took time from Fringe. As Fringe, you go to do something and you feel this rip in your chest. And you see what would be if Fringe could bleed pouring out of you. And the key drops to the ground out of your chest. And that's where we're going to stop.
No. I can do something. Let me do something. No.
God.
Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 7 of Rapture. I've been your game master, Alec the Bard. I'm going to toss it off to my players to say goodbye. Kayla, why don't you say goodbye first?
That's my name. Last time I checked, but I also play Amaris, and you can find me at Court of Kayla on the social medias. Hulda, take it away.
Hi, my name is Hulda. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You can find me as Hobbit's Tale or a Hobbit's Tale, because some bastard took the A on some social media. I'm here to hope that Alec has an awful night's sleep, that both his pillows are warm, and his phone doesn't charge during the night. Toby.
Hi, I'm Toby. I play Herald. I play a Herald. I play Fringe, the Herald of Space. Fuck me, what a session. I am Toby.exe on everything. Good God, the art's gonna be spicy. Sin.
Hi, hello, I'm Sin. I've been playing Crona, who is so broken right now. You can find me on social media at sensationally.me. CIN instead of SEN. Brooke?
Hi, my name is Brooke. You can find me at Brooksmart on most platforms. I play Lily, and I'm furiously DMing Alec right now. That's it.
Is that
Who
everybody?
hasn't gone? I blacked out.
Everybody's
Am I
gone.
it?
Toby, did you go? Toby? No, you went. Toby went. Everybody went. All right. Love you all. We will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.